Hello everyone, this is Ninja_Guy_12 here, bringing you the Slave Wraith. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, I have it painted in these kinda Yang Xiaolong inspired colors. If you guys want to actually know the actual, colors that I've used, you can always ask me in the comments section down below or on my Discord server. Link to that's in the description. And if you want to make any GB02 requests, you could also leave that in my Discord server. So, this is a bit of an older video. I have a lot of videos that I need to post, and these are from a long time ago. And also, this was a time when I was actually playing with Salty, so... yeah, playing with some of his friends in this match here. He's in the, Salty's in the Dom Cannon multi-gun type. And so we're just kind of having some fun, booling. Though I don't think Souls really likes me, though. Anymore, because, like, I don't really play with him very much, I guess. Guess he just doesn't like me. But enough about that. Let's kind of just talk about the mobile suit that I'm using here. So the Slave Wraith is a 350 point general, level 1, goes up to, I think, level 3 now at 450, if I'm not mistaken. And it is a very weird, general. For one thing, this thing doesn't actually have a dodge roll, for one. Which is odd, but whatever. Yeah, it doesn't have a dodge roll. I think it has maneuver armor instead, so it's kind of like the Gym Districts type. Still, it'd be nice if this thing would eventually get a dodge roll, because I'm just not used to a general not really having a dodge roll. Unless it's something like the Doven Wolf. Then I, like, get used to it, but regardless, it also has the Fake Beacon skill, similar to the Jim Camoufle, where as long as you're not firing, it will appear to the enemy team that you're an ally on their minimap. Which, I mean, cool in theory, but I think it's kind of a dumb thing to begin with. It's not really useful in most situations. Especially because, like, their whole team formation is right there, and they just see you popping up. It's like, well, it's very obvious that someone has a fake beacon going on. So you got that. But overall, this thing is still kind of good. The other kind of problem with it is that it only has one swing, which by this point most generals have at least 2 swings, pretty much. Pretty much this suit and, like, the Cold District are, like, the only ones that don't have 2 swings for a general. I guess also the Doven Wolf, but that's more of a higher cost anyway. But I mean, this thing isn't terrible. It does have some cool things about it, so let's kind of go over those. For the kind of weapons it has, you could either equip the 100mm machine gun Kai, which is also used by the Blue Destiny units, Blue Destiny Unit 1, 2, and 3, if you used those before. This thing, those also use this machine gun. It also has access to the Gundam ground-type beam rifle, which is fairly okay. Not the best, not the worst beam rifle ever, but I prefer the machine gun, if anything. And then your last weapon you could equip is the rocket launcher, which is also used by the Gundam Ground type and the Gym Ground type, making it being able to, you know, fulfill 3 different type of roles. It could be, you know, bazooka downswing meta. It could be mid-range support with the machine gun for ballistic damage, or beam rifle for some beam damage. And then you also have, as your sub-weapons, the flash grenade, which is very useful in a lot of situations, especially when you got someone on you. You can just flash banging them and, you know, get a chance to get a downswing off, potentially. You also have some chest Vulcans, which are pretty okay. Not the best, not the worst. And then it just has the beam saber prototype that the Gundam Ground type and the Blue Descent Units 3 use. So you got that, making this suit pretty much effectively a Gundam Ground type, but has, I think, better skills, more for like reconnaissance and stuff, because this thing also has was it anti-stealth? Not the high level anti-stealth. I think it has like a level 1 anti-stealth. And I think it also has a kind of larger radius for the mini-map, so a lot easier to kind of see enemies coming up. Anyway, so, if you guys didn't actually know, yes, this thing is technically a Gundam, even though obviously it's not called a Gundam, but this thing is technically a variation of the Gundam Ground type. I mean, basically, most of the legs and arms and stuff are just taken directly from the Gundam Ground type, or hell, even the Gym Ground type to a certain extent. Really, the only things that are actually unique about this version is the fact that it has a new backpack with those 4 thrusters, instead of the kind of Gundam Ground type style backpack where you hold the weapon container. It also has new shoulders that has a kind of Gym Striker style appearance to it. And then finally you have the kind of new head, which actually, they kind of faceplate underneath the extra armor. It's actually just the Gundam Ground type's faceplate. So, you got that going for you. And overall, this thing is still fun, though it's not my favorite general ever. There are some very, there's many other generals that I prefer over this thing. Like the recently acquired Aqua Gym that I've gotten, so that is a good suit. I only have a level 1, but still I prefer to use Aqua Gym over this thing. You also have the Gundam Ground type level 1 or 2 you could use, which, I mean, it's still pretty good. You also got like the level 5 Gym Ground type, and you also have like stuff like the Ifrit and the Gotcha, which are, I think, much better suits to use in most situations rather than this thing. But, I mean, this thing is not terrible, it's not useless. Don't get me wrong, it just requires a lot of skill to use, because it is a not very beginner-friendly suit, in my opinion. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and commentary, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you all later.